Hi everyone, we just did our annual Survivor tasting with Micheal Fridjon. Welcome Micheal. And we explored the range from the Swartland region, Stellenbosch region and Elgin region. And I must say I'm very happy with the quality, but Micheal, please give me your thoughts regarding the wines.
So Ben, firstly it's a treat every year to be here and to be with you as we finalise the Survivor blends. And this year was particularly enriching, and a lot of that has to do with the quality of the 2021 vintage. Firstly, I have to say the fruit quality is for me the most exciting component, and I suspect a lot of it has to do with the extended hang time, the longer, slower, cooler ripening season. We just saw nuance and differentiation in the fruit generally, and it's particularly well expressed in the white wines, which are obviously more forward and showing better now, but also because those are the qualities that really do differentiate white wines from reds. So Ben, one of the things that struck me this year is how, with what detail, with what nuance and with what finesse you've assembled the Survivor Chenin Blanc and of course the reserve wine, because you can't make a reserve wine if you don't have the basic juice that leads to both the reserve category and the regular category. And it seems to me firstly that this year what we've really seen is a level of fruit sweetness, not sugar sweetness, but richness of fruit that runs right through that entire category. And it seems to me that Chenin Blanc this year has performed particularly well in the circumstances, the climatic and viticultural circumstances that characterize the 2021 vintage. So it's a tribute obviously to what you've selected into your winemaking, but it also reflects a vintage which is really, I think, a standout vintage in the history of South African winemaking.
Yeah, it is. We're converting with this cooler climate we had during the 2021 vintage. It just gave a lot more acidity and structure in the wines, and it led to more fruit concentration. So that is true.
And it shows, it absolutely shows. And the other variety where I least expected it was in Sauvignon Blanc, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that over the last couple of years, you've focused your Sauvignon Blanc fruit sourcing in Elgin. Elgin is, by its very nature, it is coastal, it has that maritime freshness, and the wines that you obtained this year from those Elgin vineyards had wonderful freshness, but much more fullness on the palate. So there is a risk that when you pursue Sauvignon freshness, it comes at the expense of palate weight, that you're getting brightness of fruit, but that so-called minerality is actually dried out flintiness. What you had here was that same mid-palate plushness, which I thought was really exceptional.
And it makes it a typical food wine. So thank you, Micheal, again for today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me to be part of the assembly process.
And cheers.
Cheers.